Hello everyone, beautiful Silence Rose here, and welcome to Plan B from Outer Space, a Bavarian Odyssey. This is a choose-your-own-adventure game. Now, usually I don't cover these, but I became very interested in this game. This is a demo version for this alien and Bavarian science fiction game with Choose Your Own Adventure. I love those books when I was growing up of Choose Your Own Adventure. Choose and then flip to that page and read it and choose another path and flip to that page. I loved those books, and when I saw this and I saw that there was a demo coming out, I could not help but to cover it. As you can see, we have 3 spots for the demo for a new game. Choose a save. Over here, it seems we have quite a large map that we can go through. Now, looks like a forested area, but I don't know. And I'm assuming these might be trophies. Now, we are in a spaceship, it looks like. The volume, it does get very loud, so I had to turn it down quite a bit. VSync, of course, and the language, Dutch and English, for right now. And, of course, we have our wonderful screen of team, and I love this keychain. This keychain, of course, hanging off the mirror. Everybody's gotta have it. But I love it. So, let's dive in and see where this takes us. Let's see. Start a new journey. Okay. Dog or cat? I'm a cat lover. Though I'm an alt lover, but... a blaster, a scanner, a med kit. No item lost. Let's go scanner? Invader, scientist, a courier. I wonder what this is about. I don't know. Invader, scientist, courier. I tend to like to try and gather information, so let's go scientist. The planet Earth? Okay. Well, let's take a look. I'm assuming maybe this is to if we skip the beginning, but because of this line system here, so maybe. So let's start a new journey. Let's see what this is about. Automatic ship system. Initialize. Prologue. Now this is going to be a lot of reading. The cosmos, infinite space. The dust of a passing comet glistens lazily in the light of 2 mellow suns. Planets spin around their axis as if hypnotized by their own steady movement. You stand in the command area of the ship and stare into infinity. You live for these moments of peace and contemplation. The majesty of space affects you in a fundamental way. Oh, I like how they close this. Whoever wrote this has a very open way of, and creative way of the thought process and thinking. I like it. In these moments, you profoundly value the magnificence of space travel, especially since most of your own travels consist of you staring into the inside of a cold sleep chamber. You check the command console. All systems are fine. The course set. Time to go back home. Oh, we're heading back home, so I guess we're done with our job. You turn your back to the myriad of little lights out there and go to the stasis chamber. You burn some sleep. You get cozy while your ship is preparing everything for your dreamless stasis. Nice. You reflect on a few cycles in your successful mission. Okay, so here's our first thing. To save endangered animals, to deliver unflavored nutrient paste, or to destroy an enemy base. Ooh. Well, okay, this might be where the scientist, the courier, and the I can't remember what the third one was. Was. But since I'm big on endangered animals, I'm gonna pick the endangered animals, saving endangered animals. Oh, there it is. Of course, you are a scientist above all. Your foremost duty is to observe and document, not to intervene. But when an ecosystem as unique as a feather meadow of angle peril is in danger. Ooh, some of these words are going to get me. You can't stand by and do nothing. Dramatic reef fires were threatened to destroy the planet's entire flora and fauna, and no one could figure out the cause. It was only thanks to the shape-shifting ability unique to your people that you were able to infiltrate and locate local population and manage to track down the cause of the fires. Yay! It turns out that a large organization of ruthlessly exploiting the planet for their own short-term gain, but thanks to a series of events that included motivational speeches, a bit of seduction, and a fist fight with a stone-wielding reptoid, oh my god, you managed to change the minds of those in charge. The Algapirians, with the exception of the 6 million newly unemployed coral arsonists, will celebrate you as a hero. Nice. We're a hero on a planet already. You take another sip of your Earl Mauve tea and, let's see, dream of peace and prosperity among the stars or go to sleep. Why not? Let's reach for almost the impossible. Let's dream of peace and prosperity among the stars. Knowledge creates understanding. I actually have that same ideal, that knowledge creates understanding, and acceptance. It doesn't always create great things, but it does create sometimes understanding. Understanding is the prerequisite for peaceful coexistence of all intelligent beings. This guiding principle drives the union of interstellar civilizations, on whose behalf you are traveling as an explorer on a 6-year mission. Oh, nice. You regularly investigate cosmic phenomena, meet new beginnings, and bring the light of civilization to the darkest corners of the universe. Satisfied, you finish your cup of tea and lie down in your stasis chamber. Okay, tell me, everybody. Let me know down in the comments. Are you a tea person or are you a coffee person? I'm a tea person. I love tea. Coffee's just a bit too bitter for me. So let's lie down in that stasis chamber. Oh, what's this? You wake up in the darkness. It's cold. This is always the part of the cold sleep that bothers you the most, waking up. But now that you think about it, it's also the part that bothers you about ordinary sleeping. The best way to get rid of cold sleep hangovers is doing some stretches. While still in the capsule, you begin to expand your body to 4 times your regular shape. Wow. And then rapidly shrink it again. After a few repetitions, you contract back to your standard form. Oh my, we get to actually pick what we look like. Oh wow. Okay, so let's take a look at our body. Hairy, a mushroom, alien, okay, a brain, a cloud, a blob. Interesting. Let's, you know what? Let's go brain. Science, brain. Yeah. Let's go that way. Okay, eyes, simple. Yikes. Snail. Cyclops. Well, that kind of ruins our depth perception, doesn't it? Cute. Oh, that actually is really cute. Multiple. Wow, yeah. Let's see. Let's go cute. Let's see, our mouth. Lips. Tentacles. Well, Did we just go Eldritch God here? Smile! That is actually kind of cute. Insect mandibles, it seems. That's an interesting tongue. I'm tempted on going either the teeth or... Let's go Cthulhu. Okay, accessories. So we got a light, a ribbon, horns, oh my gosh, wings, or nothing. You know, the light actually makes me think, coming out of our brain makes me think we have ideas. It's kind of funny. The ribbon is kind of weird right now. Cute horns. I am loving this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but this is actually really cute. The wings, okay. I don't know if this affects or how it affects things. I'm really stuck on this one. You know what? Let's do the light. Why not? Okay, so we've got a brain look, and we're cute little eyes, and we've got tentacle mouth. I guess our cousin was Cthulhu, and we have a light that maybe it goes off when we have an idea. We are a scientist. I don't know. It's cute. Alright, let's go with this. Ah, that's better. Your limb... Oh, look! Here I am. I'm over here. That's cute. Your limbs still feel numb. Finally, I can't get over this. It's so cute. Okay. Finally, you turn on the light, and I wonder if they mean my light or my... Never mind. You finally turn on the light and are immediately blinded. Instinctively, you squeeze your optic organs tightly shut. Oh, I like how they put that. After a few minutes, you finally feel awake. You leave the cold chamber. You're surprised at what you see on the screen. You expect to see a star base of the Academy of Science. Instead, your monitor is filled with the view of a planet unknown to you. Its light bathed the command ship in the most menacing of colors. Blue? So, the color blue is menacing to us. Scary. I wonder why. Oh, we know this planet. Okay. Ah, scientist. Is the voice of the automated ship system, short for ASS. Oh my gosh. Our ship system is known as ASS. Your ass regrets. Oh my gosh. This is great. Okay. This just went from a 7 to 100 real quick in greatness. Your ass regrets having to interrupt your cold sleep, but my protocols require that I consult the opinion of a biological intelligence in an extraordinary situation as this. Now the funny part is, I'm trying to read this, reminding myself that this thing's name is ass. So my ass is telling me this. Well, I have a feeling that my ass is going to get me in trouble, which the interesting part is, in or out of this game is nothing unusual. Okay. You keep most of your eyes on the strange planet and head for a small, built-in floored food dispenser on the bridge. What is it, ass? Why aren't we home yet? Oh, this is gonna get me. This ass is gonna get me in trouble. The onboard intelligence makes a few beeping and crackling noises before continuing. The AI version of clearings went through. I performed a slingshot maneuver near this planet to shorten the time travel. Since the celestial body has not yet been categorized, I made the usual measurements and came across something astonishing. There is an oxygen balance on the surface of this planet. Signs of complex carbon reactions and unusual surface patterns. Get to the point. You know, that actually sounds like me. Just in my life. Get to the point. You get yourself some breakfast gruel. You're usually a bit grumpy without it. The point is, there's life on this planet. More than that, if my initial analysis is correct, it is intelligent life. You turn abruptly to face the ominous blue planet. Your breakfast gruel slides out of its cup and splatters dramatically onto the floor. That word got me for some reason. As you whisper softly, it's disturbing news? So boring I just want to go home, or incredible news? Well, we are scientists and we do want to branch out. We do find the color blue disturbing for some reason. I'm not sure why yet. So it could be disturbing news. Or it could be incredible news. I don't think we would find it as a scientist boring. Let's go with incredible news. Because that could be one more place that we could explore for us. So let's go incredible. You feel an excitement rise inside of you. A rush of completely new discovery of foreign intelligent species. You contemplate the unknown world that fills your screen. Blue. The color of blood. Oh, okay. So that's why it's scary to us. Our blood is blue. Okay. That gives a new meaning to blue blood. So we're afraid of it because, well, that would be like us walking into a red room. The color red scares us because it's blood. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense now. So we could be terrified of it. Now it does make sense. But that is very interesting because now these people, these things, these intelligent beings being on a rather frightening colored planet. Yeah, it does make sense from the aliens' perspective. What wonders might it harbor? I want to know more, or let's study from afar. Well, earlier didn't it say that we don't interrupt? But at the same time, it's an unknown planet. It's an unknown thing. My problem is I would want to look really close. Oh no. By a scientist's point of view, they would want to study from afar. But from an excited point of view, might want to go in. I wonder. He sounds so excited. Or she. Well, the character sounds so excited. I don't know. You know what? Let's stay with protocol. They did say that they study from afar and don't intervene unless they have to. So let's study them from afar. Yeah. Damn the protocols for discovering new species should have been adjusted ages ago. First there goes my ass again. First we need to leave orbit and get to a safe distance. We don't want to scare the locals. They might throw spears or nukes at us. Okay, that is a very big distance difference of... Wow. From spears to nukes. Understood, scientist. Your ass... leaves orbit in order to conduct a remote study. That's when your ship is hit. Oh shoot. Must be quite the spear, you think to yourself. A spear? Okay. I wonder if any projectile they think is a spear type. The impact sweeps you off your feet. Across the entire bridge there are bright sparks. Whole console lights straight out of their sockets. Oh, whole consoles fly straight out of their sockets, sorry. A chorus of sirens comes to life, and the bridge is bathed in green light. Green alarm. The highest alert level. Oh, okay, so red is not... To us, red is the highest. To here, green is the highest. Oh, this is gonna be confusing down on Earth then. Something has gone terribly wrong. Ask, what in the Zerg is going on? The artificial intelligence interrupts the cacophony of different alarm signals for a tiny moment to answer you. An unidentified flying object has hit our starboard side. Due to the impact, there is significant damage. System damage. Total system collapse in approximately 600 seconds. Go team! What? Why in the hell is he saying go team? The alarm signals are back to full volume. You rush to your console control. You frantically wipe through the various warning messages that flash at you in aggressive turquoise. Finally, you find the central control unit. It does not look good. Crap. You look at the various flashing menus, unsure what to do. What did the ship collide with, or options? Well, I think we better figure out the collide with in a bit. Let's find our options. Ask, what is our options? The collision destroyed the central energy core and several of the backup energy store units. Propulsion, communications, and sensors will fail in mere moments. Calculating proposals for further action. The warning signals are back again. Meanwhile, you continue to look at the different displays or try to calm down. Well, we gotta calm down. We gotta think. Don't panic, just don't panic. You are not alone. You are a highly developed, I bet extremely annoyed artificial intelligence at your side. Annoying. Yeah, ass is very annoying. But it is funny. You swear to yourself that you'll get out of this one, and if it's the last thing you'll do, then you realize that if you don't get out of it, it will actually be the last thing you will ever do. You're about to curse semantics when Ass starts speaking again. The ship no longer has sufficient energy reserves to escape the gravitational pull of the planet. Oh no, look, it's getting closer. An emergency landing is inevitable. Initiating landing maneuvers. Please change into necessary emergency shape? Oh, shh. The ship jolts as Ass corrects the course of your vehicle with the last available energy reserves to enable a semi-controlled landing. Oh, crap. You know, when I started this game, this is not what I was expecting. But here we go. We're about to crash on Earth. You stare at the main screen. The ominous blue color of this nameless planet begins to fill your entire field of vision. Well, yeah, because blue is the color of blood for them. So this is very ominous. This is like crashing into red for a human. You can see land masses, weather formations, mountain ranges, and lots of unyielding hard soil. You get ready for the emergency landing. The spaceship begins to shake violently around you as it enters the upper layers of the atmosphere. You try to remember lessons from your training for exactly these kinds of situations. You know that your natural body ability to shapeshift is the key to surviving this crash. But how? By Florg. On how many passenger flights have you stared at the safety brochures and made fun of the little pictograms? All you can remember now is the stupid jokes you made to your fellow travelers at the time. Oh no, he didn't pay attention. Ah, shame on us now. Should you go for a robust armor to protect yourself from impact, or a series of gas bubbles on the surface of your skin, better to absorb the shock of the impact? Or should you spread yourself thin and wide so you don't get tossed around too much? Ooh, this is actually a difficult one. Because we're using our natural body to do this, so whatever we do, it's gonna hurt. Okay, so should we form armor around ourselves? So should we harden our bodies to brace on the impact? Well, humanoid-wise, that could be very painful. Form bubbles, but those bubbles can break. And that is making me think of like a blister, which is pretty dang painful. Or spread out as much as possible. This is reminding me of... In airplanes, they say, if I remember correctly... Now, here we go, the same as the alien. I remember the pictures. I think they say to tuck your head between your legs to protect vital organs. Isn't it? Oof. Now I'm showing my thing of just looking at pictograms. I think the bubbles might be a bad idea because that's like forming blisters around you and you are forming your own body. That's gonna hurt like hell. I do remember one thing about a in physics, I think it was, that the way to survive a falling elevator, because I do have a fear of elevators, is to lay out on the elevator. Now, I don't know if that is still true, but I was told if you lay out on the elevator, you have a better chance of surviving. Because the impact has a better way of dispersing energy. But you will still get broken bones and ruptures. Forming an armor around yourself seems like it would be a good idea, but the impact could really... It doesn't seem like it would be a good thing. Because there would be no give. That would be like your brain hitting a skull. I just remembered we're a brain. Oh my gosh. We're a squishy brain on the outside. So, oi, we're gonna get brain damage. I'm thinking spread out as possible. To spread out the energy of the impact. Because to me, bubbles would pop, and that would be our own body popping. That would hurt like hell. Armor around ourselves seems that we would be enclosing the energy of the impact, which would do more damage to our body than anything. So I'm gonna go with spreading out as much as possible. I would love to know what you guys would choose and why. I might be completely wrong with this, but let's find out. I'm going to spread out. You stretch and extend your body to have as little weight as possible in one place and not be thrown around too much by the impact. And then the ship hits the ground. Oh god, that did not sound good. Splat. That's all it sounded like, was splat. And that's probably what just happened. Splat. The entire bridge burst into flame and debris flies everywhere as if it was hit by the fist of a higher power. Yeah, it probably feels like it too. Screens, consoles, and seats explode into a shower of tiny splinters. Machine parts and scrap metal are blasted in every direction that the three-dimensional universe allows. Wow. God, you could just picture that too. Whoever wrote this script is very, very descriptive. Very, very grand with their words. And just wonderful with... Just wonderful. So kudos. This is wonderful. This is what a great choose your own adventure needs. And the majority of these splinters pass right through your... Oh no, this is gonna hurt like hell. And the majority of these splinters pass through your stretched body. I didn't think of that. Oh. While several of your more vital organs slowly fail from blood loss, it occurs to you that you may not always be making the best decisions under pressure. With pure willpower, you fight against losing consciousness. That's when you hear the now heavily distorted voice of the ass. At least one of the intercoms has survived. Yeah, okay. It's true. So, yeah, I did make the very wrong decision. I did not think of the shrapnel. I did not think of the shrapnel at all in that situation. Oops. Well, it wasn't wrong. I did not make a very good choice on that. It was true. It shredded me. Damn. Oh boy. Scientists, you are in critical condition. No shit, Sherlock. Please go to the assembler in the next 50 seconds so that the emergency measures can be carried out. Stay positive! Oh my god, I'm gonna hurt this thing. You realize that AS is switched to its maximum optimism setting. Something intended only for the most serious of emergencies. Yeah. In agony, you drag your remaining body parts to the assembler, where AS is in the process of preparing a sophisticated first aid kit. Moments later, a medical AI has analyzed your wounds and administered a cocktail of painkillers. Nanobots begin to mend your tattered body. The machine work there. I can't believe it's not magic. After a few hours, you are back in a stable state and can get up slowly. Wow, I wonder what the other choices would have been, but wow, did I mess up bad. Oh, I messed up bad. You're feeling great, which is entirely due to the sophisticated drug cocktail in your system. You look around. You are standing ankle deep in debris of the cockpit electronics. No screen, no control panel, no nothing is in its intended place. But the good news, at first glance, the structural integrity of the ship seems to be intact. Wow. Well, at least that's intact, but I sure in the hell wasn't. Memo to self. Don't overthink it. You drag your feet to a cushion. Florg knows where this came from originally, and sit down. Saving processes. Oh, this is cute. Automatic ship system. Initialize. Crash site. That's cute. Oh, look! I like that. You take a short breather, then a crucial question. Okay, ass, what's next? The damage to the initial system is huge, but the good news is the assembler is still functional. Stay positive! This is good news indeed. You can construct spare parts with the help of the assembler. Given enough time and power supply, you could repair the ship or even build a completely new one. After a few buzzing and beeping sounds, Ask continues. All we need now is an energy source. Yeah, because ours is completely shot the hell and back. Wow, look at this. This is actually very pretty. The ass hums. Let's see. Okay, where have we landed? What can you tell me about the area? Your ass is taking you as close to the energy source as possible under the conditions. The crash site is covered with dense vegetation, but between here and the energy source, there is a small settlement of indigenous civilization. Your ass has no information about the possible dangers. Be prepared for anything, scientists. Stay positive! Oi. This complicates matters. Between you and your way out of here, you now presume a horde of spear-wielding, superstitious saboteurs. Try to use your shape-shifting powers to hide yourself as best as you can among the local population. The ass hums. Let's see. Where can I find the energy source? Where can I find the energy source? Your ass is taking you as close to the energy source as possible under the conditions, where you should find sufficient power supply as to allow the assembler make all the necessary repairs. Yay! Oh my gosh. This thing is way too optimistic. I love it. What kind of energy source is it? You're already imagining a kind of steam turbine over a kettle of boiling water, or something similarly primitive. Apparently, a kind of hydroelectric power station. A dam! We can do it! Oh well. Could have been worse. Well, that's actually pretty good. Okay, what about a distress signal? Yeah. Can't we just send off a distress signal and wait? The Space Guard could pick us up safely and conveniently in a few cycles. And most importantly, I don't have to go out into the unknown world full of potential killer parasites and locals who want to cut me open and find the secret of eternal life or however. Well, we are a scientist, so that probably is something we've ran into before on other planets. Unfortunately, the ship's long-range communication was destroyed in the crash. However, the indigenous civilization has discovered radio waves. Should we be able to gain access to a radio station, you should be able to build a beyond light speed transmitter. Think of it as an alternative mission objective. Woohoo! I love my ass. Never thought I'd say that. How can you help me? The survival equipment was destroyed in the crash. Fortunately, the assembler still has enough energy to produce a single piece of equipment. Keep your brain-containing organ high. You look at the control panel of the assembler. Keep your brain-containing organ high. Keep your head high. I love it. Okay, piece of technology could save your life in the strangest of worlds. Okay, a blaster, a scanner, a medkit. Okay, a blaster. Well, if we were a soldier, I'd say a blaster. But I don't think it doesn't seem like we would be one to blast our way through things. A scanner. That would seem more of us. A med kit? Yeah. Let's take the scanner. It seems more sciencey-ish. Sciencey-ish? I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Alright, knowledge is power. Yeah, I keep saying that. That's one thing I stand by. Knowledge is power. One of my things is, personally, is the moment you stop learning is the moment you stop living. Because the moment you stop learning, the moment you stop changing and evolving. So, yeah. Okay, back to the story. Like the power to tell a puddle of water from a pool of sulfuric acid before sticking a tentacle in it. You know, it is this thought above all that convinces you to get a high quality mobile sensor made for you. Yeah, that and since we don't know anything about this place, yeah. Scientists, I have taken the liberty of producing a portable communicator with the last bit of energy available. This allows you to stay in touch with your ass while you are away from the ship. Ass can do tactical analysis from a safe distance and with enough samples to code the language of the locals. You form a small skin pocket and slip it in the communicator. Nice. You step out of the smoking wreckage of the spaceship into the surface of the unknown planet. You can breathe in the air, but it is filled with strange smells. Local animals, temporarily silenced by your crash, begin to resume their nocturnal sounds. Not before long, or not be long. Okay, I thought so. Not be long before. There are a few English issues, but that has been throwing me off, and I've been kind of ignoring them, but they're workable. These things can be workable. I mean, it's clearly not a group that is English originated, maybe. But that's okay, everybody makes mistakes. I mean, my English stinks. And English is my first language, so hey. Not before long, this planet's bright star rises on the horizon. Let's just work with it, right? Right. Your crash site appears to be in an area of dense vegetation. Columnar plants, presumably mushrooms, rise from the ground all around you, branching upwards and covered with green lobs or needles. Wait, mushrooms? Oh, we think the trees are mushrooms! I was like, wait, what? Those are big. The moon of this nameless world stands bright in the sky. Let's camouflage the vessel for now. Maybe you shouldn't just leave the ship standing around like this. You don't want some natives to come along and start stealing technology or worshipping it as deity. Yeah, part of the ship is already rammed to the ground because of the impact, but lots is still visible above ground. Moreover, your crash has cut a swath of destruction through the columnar growths. Oops. How are we gonna hide the ship? Let's bury it in the soil and plant parts for now. Let's see what we get. Oh, look, that's cool. Look at the leaves. That's really nice. I like that. It takes you quite a bit of time to bury all traces of the ship under mushroom parts and soil. All that's left is a huge, conspicuous swath of destruction. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. That's not inconspicuous at all. But okay, whatever. You realize that no one has ever named this planet. As the first visitor to the strange world, it is your task, indeed your privilege, to name this discovery. Cool. Future generations may look at this spot in their star charts and remember you and your adventurous escape from this world, or they remember that the planet was found in the records of a hapless stranded corpse. Oh God. God, I hope not. Okay, let's name it. You name this planet. Let's name it, well, Earth is its name, but let's do, that was a Lilo and Stitch joke, wasn't it? Yarth. Planet name Yarth. Let's see. What should we name it? Wow, I have actually drawn up a blank. I was not expecting this. I'm not sure why. You know what? I have a little guy next to me. And he's a little TY Beanie Baby. He's a cute little guy. He's a little purple bat that has gold on him. I don't collect TYs except for the ones I like, and a lot of them are Halloween types. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. And his given name is Count. So, we're gonna name this planet Counts. We're gonna make it Counts. I christen you Counts. Ass, please make an entry into the captain's log. You mean the black box? Go team! Whatever, just make it official. You clear your throat. You continue in a solemn voice. In the name of the Union of Interstellar Civilizations, I christen this planet Counts. May the record show that I extend tentacles of peace and friendship to the inhabitants of Counts, that they may one day prove worthy to take a place in the galactic society of civilized beings. As an emissary of the UIC, I solemnly swear to bring the light of progress, freedom, and decency to these beings, and to free them from their primitive and superstitious ways. You know, this alien is very, very assuming. I love it. You feel a little sublime. Whatever happens, your entry into the history discs is assured. We're gonna die, aren't we? Right. Your ship's battery will not recharge itself. One last time, you take a long look at your crashed vehicle. Then you walk resolutely out into the unknown world. You will only return when your mission has been successful. A few minutes later, you return, after your ass notices that you forgot the battery in the ship. But then, you're on your way. I like that. That's cute, that we're not perfect. I love it. The unknown fauna, the dark night sky, the strange sounds of the local animals, everything's a bit eerie. You suddenly realize that you really are light years away from everything familiar or friendly, armed with nothing but your skills and the equipment you carry. None of this blue hell, alone on this blue hell planet. Yeah, again, blue hell. I mean, blue because of the color of blood, which would be scary. I mean, red would be very frightening to us. Yeah. And that is a very, very frightening and alone picture painted. So again, kudos to the writers for their words and how they've painted these pictures of how lonely and desolate of a place that we as the players know where we are and are familiar with, and yet what we're playing through, painting a picture of how alone and afraid and frightened we are, and yet excited we are that this is new and something that we could take back to our people. Well, in my playthrough as a scientist. So this is very, very good. I love this. Your ass comes to life. Oh shit. Excuse my language, sorry. Please turn right here, scientists. We should be able to get a better overview of our surroundings here. You do as you are told, and after a few steps you are standing at a gap in the vegetation that gives you a view of the slope. A valley stretches out before you in the twilight. Very good. We can plan our next course of action from here, scientist. You see the hydroelectric power plant on your left. I can calculate a route, mainly through the surrounding vegetation. We could charge the battery here, bring it back to the ship, and start our repair process. The damage is severe, but we should be able to leave the planet's orbit. It will take a bit more time to fix the ship just by ourselves, but this route leads us around the settlement center and therefore reduces our chance of encountering locals. On the horizon on the right, you see a primitive radio wave transmitter tower. We could convert this into a beyond light speed transmitter in a few easy steps and send out our distress signal. This is potentially more likely secure our rescue, but the path to the transmitter runs right through the nesting area of the locals. This way, a confrontation with counselings, oh my gosh, this is great, because I called the place Count, is inevitable, because I called the planet Counts. Now for the bad news. We can only pursue one of the two strategies. The flight plans I have lead me to conclude that we have only about 80 globules before there are no more ships in the area to receive our distress call or pick us up after we leave the planet's gravity pool. And your ass unfortunately has no information as to when ships will be traveling to this quadrant again soon, or if at all. We therefore have only this one shot at a rescue. Oh no. So we really are limited quite a bit on time. Crap. Okay. Which approach do we do, scientists? We either go straight to the dam to charge the battery, fix the ship, and go out on our own. Do we go to the settlement and try to change the radio station into a long wave frequency so that we can have somebody come get us, but we would be in the locals? Do we infiltrate the locals, which is not really part of the plan, but we would gain information? Or do we carry out our own expedition? Well, our main goal seems to be getting back home. Though these last two are very tempting. Usually scientists' rules are do not involve. So going to the dam would be the best way because we wouldn't be in the settlement. But doing the short range would be the most likely to be saving us. Shoot. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm not sure. Oh no! Do we do the battery and fix the ship ourselves? Or do we go to the settlement and do the short range? You know, we were a hero of a settlement earlier and infiltrated an area. You know what? Let's go to the settlement and do that short range. Because if we go to the dam, we might have enough energy to get up and back. But we really won't learn anything. And from our last one, we were a hero. We used our morphing ability to infiltrate and save a planet and an area. So, I mean, come on. We seem to be pretty good. I think. I hope I'm not being egotistical. I already messed up once. You know what? Let's go to the settlement. I'm gonna go to the transmission tower. If we manage to send out a call for help, we'll be safe faster than if we do the repairs ourselves. Please note that there is an increased risk of encountering locals on this route. We should avoid detection at all costs. They won't notice anything. You say more to convince yourself. Then you take the path towards the settlement. Yeah, that's what worries me, is the risk of encountering, because humans are a pain in the rear. But why not? As you make your way towards the settlement, you are struck once again by how strange this world is. You have to find some shape that is appropriate to the planet. Oh, I didn't think about that. We don't even know what the humans look like, let alone that they're called humans. In the language, a small clearing opens up in front of you. In its center, a furry creature lies on a mushroom stump, lolling in the beams of the rising sun. The creature is small and covered with fur, but it exudes an elegance and majesty unlike anything you've ever seen. Wait. Fur, laying in the sun, and an elegance. Is it a cat? It's a cat. It makes sense. It reminds me of picking from the beginning. But yeah, that's definitely a cat. In your language, there's a word for this perfect being. Cat. Yep. It seems appropriate. Its body is very small, but you could certainly get used to it use it to get into the Kenazan's settlement unnoticed. Why keep searching when you've found perfection? Oh, that's funny. Even in all the planets, the cats exist. I told you I love cats. This is hilarious. You decided to imitate a cat. Its fur, its powerful, elegant claws, its perfectly shaped face. It is almost a religious act. I can't help it to laugh. I mean, it's funny that the alien even sees a cat as pretty much power and perfection, elegant perfection, as humans have for a rather long time too. So it's funny. I love it. I love this writer or writers, whoever you are, and I'm gonna have to look this up. Whoever you are, I bow to you. You're great. I love it. As you finish your transformation, the real cat looks for the first time since it started the intensive cleaning of its rear openings. It simply looks at you. Wordlessly, it gets up and leaves the clearing. You decide to follow it. So now we are a cat. Well, we look like a cat. Oh, we're going in the village. Oh boy. There is no way I'm going to be able to pronounce that. Oh, look at that. You follow the cat. It's going in the direction you were aiming for anyway, so you can follow this majestic creature for a little while longer. A shorter time later, the forest thins out and gives way to green meadows with isolated, colorful plants. Meanwhile, this world's sun has risen. The familiar starry sky is obscured by that unsettling blue you could already see from orbit. Soon you reach a road. This is fortunate because you could find it a bit difficult to move around in the undergrowth in the small body of the cat. A small flaw in the perfect design of this creature. Cats are not flawed at all. They are perfect in every way. Just ask any of them, right? Finally, the roof of the counseling colony rises up in front of you. Look again at the original cat or analyze the colony. Let's analyze the colony. Finally, you get your first real impression of Counts. A jumble of small box-shaped houses crisscrossed by a maze of streets, paths, and alleys stretch out in front of you. You can see primitive buildings, materials such as wood and stone alongside cast material and electrical wares. Okay. There are seemingly wild plants in between the structures, and you can even make out whole trees standing between the buildings. There also seems to be absolutely no anti-grav traffic. So the aliens use anti-gravity. Okay. You find the whole thing touching, confusing, or irresponsible. Well, since it is pretty primitive, probably touching. Probably irresponsible too, but let's do touching. The sight moves you a little. This settlement comes across as inviting and defenseless. Probably not defenseless. These primitives are guileless, just like little larvae. Judging by the building materials and weed infestation of the settlement, this primitive species must still be very close to nature. You feel a little sorry for the poor creatures that ilk out their existence in these undoubtedly parasitic-infested leaky hovels. You wonder if they already have running water. Well, if they already have a dam, they definitely have running water, probably. From the position, you have a good overview of the layout of the settlement. Let's see. Ask what's the fastest way to the antenna, or consider options. Let's consider options first. You're about to choose a route through the village when something catches your eye. On the edge of the village is a small residential house, somewhat isolated from the rest of the buildings, remote enough that a counseling can't immediately sound an alarm or call for backup if something were to happen. If you were to want to learn more about the locals and are looking for an improved disguise, this should be a good place to start. Yeah? What's next? Set off to the antenna without a detour, or look for an opportunity to study the count. See, now this is trouble. We should go to the antenna without delay, but since we're a scientist, we probably want to look at the counselings in more detail. We should really go to the antenna, but being a scientist, we got to learn. Cautiously, you begin to walk along the edge of the settlement. As you look at the houses, life around you seems to awaken. Oh no. Strange sounds are coming from inside the town. You hear a rattling sound. It seems to get louder and louder. The ground itself seems to shake. You can feel it in your paws. Suddenly, a huge metal monster supported by 4 black tires appears right next to you. It rumbles, that of an ancient internal combustion engine, a vehicle. A miracle that such a strange construction can move, and at that, such impressive speed, and it's coming right at you. Suddenly, you realize that you are in the middle of a road. What do? Jump out of the way. I mean, without thinking, you jump to the side. Your body does the rest. Your legs stretch and extend like springs to catapult your body out of the way with maximum force. For a split second, your body looks nothing like that of a cat, but you don't care. You dive into the plants on the side of the road and curl up into a little ball. The counseling vehicle passes by. After a few moments, you straighten up again and look after the strange vehicle. Yeah, things are more evolved than you think, dude. With the dangers of the road still in mind, you finally reach the isolated building. Time to learn more about counselings. Up close, the building is no different from other native structures. The vegetation on the side facing away from the town appears to be used as a garden or farmland. You get closer, you hear a strange noise that sounds like meow meow. Oh, cat. It comes from multiple sources. Is that what counselings sound like? You round the edge and you see the source of the noise. A larger group of cats. They all seem to be gathered around the back entrance of the house. As you approach, all the cats abruptly turn their heads in your direction and fall silent. Meow? Approach wordlessly. Unsure of how to react, you approach the group of cats. The creatures back away from you, but maintain eye contact. There is definite tension. Suddenly, as if at a silent signal, they all take flight. Oh no. Oh, they ran! Oh no! Ask what just happened here. Apparently, these beings have a very fine sense and can detect rather hastily imitations of one of their own. Your ass recommends that you take more time to study your subject before the next transformation. Okay, so I should have studied the cat more. It's worrying that your disguise didn't stand up to the very first test. You are just considering your next steps when the back door of the house opens. The first real counseling steps out of the house. The creature is about the same size as your standard form and covered with a rosy wrinkled skin. All important organs seem to be duplicated. You recognize 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs. On its head there are a patch of white fur. Like many non-shapeshifters, this creature wears clothing, a long flowing robe that extends to the creature's ankles and is dyed in traditional war color of your people, beige. Wait. My people's war color is beige. So blue is my blood. Green is the warning color and beige is a war color. Okay. From her face protrudes an organ of unknown function on which a frame of glass and metal is balanced. Perhaps a primitive type of ocular implant? Oh, the nose. Okay, I was like, what? Okay, so we're talking about her glasses that is sitting on her nose. Okay. This creature steps into the morning light and looks around. Then it starts to talk. The strange mixture of sounds you've ever heard bubble out of the counseling's face opening. Your communicator comes to life. Your ass now activates simultaneous translation. First you understand some individual words, then whole sentences. Little by little, the context becomes clear. You understand the complexity of the new language like it's poetry. The Ling says, "Come here, ch-ch-ch." The counseling places some bowls full of food on front of the porch. After that, the creature straightens up and looks around, hands clasped behind its back. How weird. Usually there are more kittens. Where are all of your friends? Did you scare them all off? The last two sentences are directed at you. The creature looks at you through the face glasses. Do not answer or say I don't know. Well, the cat seemed to meow, so we know something. So let's not say anything. Can these creatures called kitties even speak? But why would it address you if it didn't expect an answer? How would you respond? Oh, Florg, you're feeling really nervous, or very nervous. Just like when you're inviting a partner to the academy prom. Before you can find an answer, however, you realize that the creature has already gone back into the house. The door is still open. You follow the creature inside the house. Oh, cool. You enter the dwelling of the counseling, a large room stretched out in front of you, furnished with several pieces of soft seating, shelves, and a table filled with containers full of dead vegetation. Oh god, dead plants. Yeah, you can see it in the background. Oh, I love it. The counseling sits at the table, seemingly engrossed in reading an ancient data pad filled with cellulose fiber. Made of cellulose fiber. Oh, is it talking about a newspaper? A cup full of steaming liquid beside it. I'm assuming like tea or coffee. The creature does not seem to acknowledge or be bothered by your presence. It's time to decide what to do next. As it stands, you have the perfect opportunity here to examine a copy of a counseling. All you have to do is find a way for the original creature to not interfere with your plans. The counseling could blow your cover faster than a Requiem snags a flagon if it wanders around town and ends up telling people he is a doppelganger. What? What now? Inspect the dwelling, scan the dwelling. Well, let's scan the dwelling. Maybe with more thorough analysis of your environment, you can find a way to keep the counseling locked in its home. You are behind a chair and pull out your scanner. You subject the creature itself to a thorough analysis. The creature appears to be quite old for its species, around 82 counseling years. Several internal organs are already damaged due to advanced age, and without its glasses, the creature would not be able to see much. With the data you collected, you will be able to copy the form of the counseling without seeing it right in front of you. When you turn the scanner to the surrounding area, you search for something that will allow you to capture the creature in its home. Let's scan the book. Maybe the choice of literature will tell you more about the counseling. Scan complete. It seems to be a fictional tale of two counselings who develop feelings for each other even though they already have feelings for other partners. The behavioral seems to be rather scandalous to its society. The title of the book is Bad Weather of Sexuality. Right. The title in the original means Storm of Desire. What does the book read like? You scan the rest of the book in the room. Books in the room. The majority of the books are identical to Storm of Desire, with only details such as titles and names of characters and places are exchanged. Also a number of cookbooks. Nice. Okay, let's scan the exits. As you noticed before, the protection the dwelling provides is laughable. Your scanner shows the structural weakness of the door mechanism, simple metal devices. They could probably easily rip off their hinges, but that would be a clumsy and careless approach. You are neither one nor the other. Okay, time to act. How are we gonna do this? Oh my gosh. Engage the counseling in a romantic story, destroy its visual aid, or lock it in the toilet. Oh wow. Well, if we engage it in a romantic story, we might get stuck here. If we destroy the visual aid, she would have a lot of trouble seeing. Locking it in the toilet might not help much. I don't know. Let's destroy the aid. Counseling will be helpless without the visual aid. From a blind angle, you sneak up upon the creature. You're not sure why you're so careful. After all, the creature is almost blind. When unexpectedly, a hand grabs you by the back of the neck. The counseling, with the visual aid still on, lifts you to the level of its face. Oh no! You little rascal! You're new here, kitty, so you don't know the rules. No cats in the house. I always feed you in the garden. Out you go! Before you know it, you're in the garden and the door behind you is closed. Oh no! That's not good. Oh, you wonder if you should go look for another counseling to study when the ass speaks up. When ass speaks up. Scientist, I want to remind you that we are working with a limited window of time. We should urgently go to the antenna if we want to have a chance to set off the distress call in time. Killjoy. Darn it! That was cool. Saving progress. Automatic ship system. Darn ass! Ah, simulation complete. That was cool. You finished the first 3 chapters of Plan B from Outer Space. The full version includes 25 chapters, more alien encounters with 30 animated characters, more ass, countless story branches, a legendary Whopper Tingler? What? Over 130,000 words? Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Do you want to start over and choose a different path? I may. But this is Plan B from Outer Space, a Bavarian Odyssey by Robot Pumpkin Games. It is said to be planned to be coming out in the fall of 2021. I really like this game. I like the art. I love the descriptive writing. I love choose your own adventure games, and I love choose your own adventure books. And this really, really does touch an itch that has not been there for, been able to be scratched for quite some time. Oh, look! Here I am. Over here. Oh, wow! Here's the crash site. So this is what happens. So it looks like things do open up as things go. This is really cool. Oh, I cannot wait. Let's see. Animation story. I do not know how to pronounce your name. Timo? These people are amazing. This is amazing. I cannot wait until this comes out. This is something I am definitely gonna grab and may do a full playthrough on. So, if you are interested, give a like down below. I would love to see. Are you guys interested in this being a full playthrough? Or would you like to pick it up on yourself, for yourself, and see if and what you guys would come up with? But that's it for me. This is Beautiful Silence Rose. And as always, I'm here for you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I hope you have a great time. Bye-bye. Ah, I love this cat. Oh, this is so cool.